Hey guys, this is Eli with MyBusinessMarketingMentor.com again with another Driving Your Marketing video. And what I want to talk about today, as we're going down the freeway, is not sticking with the same stuff in the same way all the time. Kind of the point of what I'm going for here is something that actually comes up quite often. Is we talk about trying to drive leads to a website. Okay. Now, one of the things that I see a lot is we say once you get people to your website, you need to make sure that you have a call to action. One of the best things that you can do, or one of the best ways that you can create a lead out of somebody visiting your website, is having some form of opt-in for, say, sign up for a newsletter, or sign up for a free report, or sign up for a free consultation, something to that effect. And I always market this, or always tell clients that they need to be doing this in their business. The reason is because most of the time, if you really think about it, probably about 3% of the people that visit your website are actually going to take an action, pick up the phone, and call you right then and there, or email you right then and there. So you've got the other 97% that aren't quite ready yet for whatever reason. Now, whether that reason is because they don't have the funds, whether they're not, they're just browsing right now, whatever that is, there's a reason for them to not do it right that second. Okay. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're not actually losing that person, because what if, as an example, somebody actually isn't ready right now for whatever that reason is, but a month from now they might be. Well, they may not remember your web address. They may not remember who you are. So the whole point is you want to get them on your list so you can actually market to them. And the reason that I want to bring this up is because it really blows me away. So I always tell people, if you're going to have a website, which you should have a website, by the way, even if it's a basic blog, it doesn't matter what type of website you have, you really need to have something out there. But you do need to make sure that you have some form of lead generation piece to get them on a list so you can actually market to them on a regular basis. Because what ends up happening is that people forget about you. They tend to kind of drop off the face of the earth, and they may not hear anything from you for a long time, or they may not see you, and then all of a sudden they're ready to take action, and they don't remember that they actually talked to you, or they don't remember that they visited your website, they didn't bookmark your website, whatever that is. Well, they have no way of contacting you. So what you can do is you can actually do a newsletter or that free report and do something to be able to market to them and stay in touch with them on a regular basis. You want to make sure that you have a follow-up process in place in order to make sure that you're following up with them on a regular basis, because you never know when they're going to make the decision that they're ready. One thing that we've done, and this is how I can tell you, how effective this really is we had somebody that we had talked to that was a web design client, and they didn't have the budget when we first talked to them. So we've kept in touch with them, and down the road, we had actually had their full contact information, and we actually sent out postcards promoting a trade show we were going to be at. Just because we sent that trade show out, or that postcard out, coincidence was the timing was perfect. They had their old website that had been up for years, and they all had just gotten a letter from the old company saying they were going out of business. They recommended talking to this new company, and that was like the week before they got our postcard. They hadn't done anything yet, but then they get our postcard, and they're like, you know what? We had talked to Eli before. He did a great job. We just didn't have the budget right then. Well, now we really need to do something, so let's give him a call. All because of a postcard that I had sent as a follow-up. It wasn't even a sales pitch. It wasn't any kind of promotion. All it was just letting them know that I was going to be at a trade show, and that we invited them to come check it out. That's all it was. But that happened to be the perfect timing, because that's when they were ready to actually sign up and do something. Now, the reason this is so important, and the kicker behind all this, is because this was actually a year later. This is a year after I had originally talked to them that I sent out this particular postcard, and that was when they were ready to go. So, sometimes it's not going to happen right away, but just because of that, they ended up turning out to be a really great client of ours. we've worked with them for a couple years now, and it's been beautiful. And it's all because of the fact that I actually had their contact information in order to follow up with them. So if you got a website and you're not collecting leads off of there, you need to do something. Like I said before, the couple of the best things to do is make sure you have some form of newsletter. Even if it's simple, it doesn't have to be overly complicated. Send out specials every month, a little bit of educational information, tips, tricks type of things. And also the other thing is, a free report or a free CD, something to that effect, something to get them to take action and give you their contact information so you can follow up with them down the road. You never know when somebody's going to make that decision. They may be ready right away, but they may not be ready for a year, sometimes even 2 years. So if you put them into a system where you can follow up with them, it's going to collect those leads, and it's definitely going to pay off for you. So moral of the story on this one, definitely you need to be collecting contact information, bare minimum, first name, last name, and email address, preferably if you can get it, the rest of their contact information, and follow up with people on a regular basis. You want to follow up with these prospects at least once a month. The more often that you can do it, the better. Don't try to be selling them stuff all the time. Like I said, use a lot of educational, basic tips, tricks type of stuff. That'll make a big impact for you. But you do want to make sure that you have that top of mind awareness. Alrighty? So, hope this was helpful for you. Thank you very much. Go out there, take bold action. And once again, this is Eli with mybusinessmarketingmentor.com, wishing you the best of success. Take care.